2010 as Pam Munoz Ryan Day in our city, and in recognition of her formative years spent in Bakersfield, and in recognition of the more than 30 books she has authored, in recognition of being a two-time winner of the prestigious Willa Gaither Award for writing, and in recognition of being a National Education Association author recipient of the Civil and Human Rights Award, and in recognition of the pleasure she has brought to countless readers through her work in penning literature for a wide range of...
How wonderful it would be to sing on a grand stage, act out a dramatic role, and wear beautiful costumes.
The passionate music inspired her, and she was determined to study. But opera was simply the sun and the moon, a dream that seemed too far away to reach.
He's got the wind and the rain in his hands. He's got the sun and the moon right in his hands. He's got the wind and the rain in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands.
Raised fans wrote letters to the newspaper. In protest, Eleanor Roosevelt, the First Lady of the United States, resigned from the organization.
And I remember being a young girl, and I had a blonde wig, and I wore that a lot when we would play dress up at Esperanza's house. And I would pretend to be like Pam, my wig and her blonde hair. Though there are some years between us, in high school, I really wanted to be Pam Ryan, Pam Munoz Ryan. And who didn't? Pretty, popular, cheerleader, Miss VHS, and though she was...
Place. You know, I get asked a lot about the cover of Esperanza Rising. You know, when I first got the manuscript and the title was obvious, you know, in terms of making an image of a young woman in the air, Esperanza Rising. My first sketch showed Esperanza in the air with her dress flowing behind her and her hair flowing behind her, but almost instantaneously I switched it and I put the dress in front of her and her hair flowing in front of her, because I'm sure many of you have read that novel, and if you haven't, you need to get over there right away. But you know that at one point, Esperanza, her destiny is made for her. She's swept away by her destiny. And I didn't want her flying in the air as if she were navigating herself to a new place, but as if she were swept away. And that small bit of change or whatever made all the difference in that cover. I'm grateful for it.
I have my beginnings and my belongings. And so I hope you know that this means a lot to me. And for all of my family here today, I'm so grateful I have a large family, because at least we have so much attendance and friends of family. I'm also really grateful to Russo's for making this a fundraising event for 3 really worthy charities. And I hope that you will all take a moment and put a vote in one of the baskets for these charities. And I really would like